having good strength, not just through your tummy muscles, but your entire core. Your core goes all the way around your spine, your tummy muscles, the side of your core, and your lower back. If you don't have a strong core, you won't be able to transfer the force very well of leaning and then needing to kind of stay upright, okay? So there's a few things that you can do at home, and I'll show you some of them. One of the ones I like to do is just called balanced leans, where you lean to the side, left or right, it doesn't matter. You do both of them and just hang tight. This is going to work your obliques, side of your core. If you have your feet together like this, it will work your balance quite a bit. You can stagger your feet like we did earlier. This will make it really, really tough, so use that with caution. Again, working both sides, both directions, super simple way. You can also go forward and backward. Going forward like this will kind of work your lower back, and you're simply going to try to hold this position. That's all you're doing. It may seem subtle, but you're literally working your lower back in an isometric hold. And the lower you go, the tougher it'll be on your balance, and the tougher it'll be on your lower back. It's whatever's more comfortable for you. It's whatever's more comfortable for you. I don't think it really matters as long as you're looking at something stable. It really depends, because some people might like looking straight down kind of at their feet. I'm used to looking up just because like when I lift and stuff, so it's really preference. And you can try different spaces. It'll probably be a little bit tougher for whatever your preference is, but good question. Okay. Again, doesn't particularly matter. You will get more of a hamstring stretch if you keep your knees straight, but it really is preference. You will probably notice it's a little bit easier if your knees are slightly bent, just because that's kind of an athletic position going down. But it really is preference. I wouldn't really focus on it too much. Just know that anytime you're bending in any direction and holding it, you're working your core, okay? Bending over in any position, back, forward, side to side, you're working your core in a multitude of directions, which will improve your balance. One of the other things that I will bring to fruition, very cool thing, if you're able to bring in your own groceries, and if you don't normally do it, I'd highly recommend. Great time to practice unilateral strength, which will improve your balance and core strength. I have a really small dumbbell. Imagine there's like 50 pounds of groceries in my hand. When you come in, most of the time, physical therapists and people will probably tell you, make sure you're balanced, make sure you're even. Yes, most of the time I would recommend that if you have a lot. But if you have a very small bag of groceries with maybe, or even like a gallon of milk, I would definitely recommend to try walking all the way from your car inside with just one thing in your hand. Because what it's doing is it's pulling your body down to the side. So how do you get your body upright? You need to use the opposite core muscle, so it'll strengthen that side, and your balance to keep you from literally falling all the way over. So it's kind of one of those things you have to assess where your fitness level is. But if you're fairly decent and you feel comfortable doing it, that's maybe 3 to 4 trips of weighted loads on one side in and out at a pretty decent range that you're getting just from being a little more mindful about how you take in your groceries. Anything around the house too. Maybe you have, let's say example, your clothes, or you're just moving stuff around. Again, super simple, easy thing to do is just take the basket and walk around with one side instead of keeping it balanced. I would normally say to keep it balanced, but yes, every once in a while it's good to practice bending in an unnatural plane to strengthen those muscles in an unnatural plane and to work your balance in an unnatural plane, because the world is very unnatural.